So this is a video of just showing a few different algorithms, what's happening, and how to solve the Rubik's Cube in a few different ways. This does involve a little bit of knowledge or just the idea of how the cube solve, but more detail will be in a different video. This is just a quick review of the different methods and a little bit of explanation. Links below with all the correct algorithms and different algorithms will be attached or below the video. So scramble this one. I'm working with a GAN cube. Very nice and sleek design, at least, which is very nice and fun for the speed solving purposes. So firstly, we would like to get a so is a algorithm that's always the first go-to algorithm that people use to solve the Rubik's Cube. Once it's obscured or mixed up, however you want to state it, then the first step would be for the CFOP method would be to create a cross, which is which the C stands for in the CFOP method. This one. There we go. As you can see, we got a white cross over there. And the next step would be to populate these middle and the corners. Initially, in the beginning, you would like to focus first on the corners itself. It's an additional algorithm that you need to learn, and I don't personally like it. I like to do things a bit more intuitively, so rather understand that with this cross you have a 3 layers, so the bottom layer, the middle layer, and then the top layer. So in order to keep the same and not to mess them up as you go along solving the cube, you can see the top layer as your temporary layer for this phase of the solving of the Rubik's Cube. So in that regards, for example, to populate this corner and the middle value for this cube, or the middle piece, you would like to have both the corner that has a white, blue and a red, and a blue and a red piece next to each other into the temporary area space and slide in there. So the way we can do that would be first off to see where those pieces are. So in this regards, we can see the one for the corner is there. You can see the white, blue, red, and the other piece would be the blue and the red. So lucky in this situation, we have a red and the blue opposite facing meaning just side of the cube is a blue and the red. So that would make that when you turn this cube with then you can retrospectively see that there is the actual formulation of two pieces next to each other. Once that is done, you can actually either move them further. Okay, so currently what we did, we have this cube, the cross here. When you turn the cube, it takes the two pieces that you're turning and it puts it into the temporary area of space. So what you want to do is you want to take that two pieces of either trash pieces or whatever you want to call them, two pieces that shouldn't be there, you're taking them into the temporary area, and then you're placing in the two pieces that should be there. So in the beginning, you can just try and formulate those two pieces and them their own on the temporary area or space. So then we can see we can turn the top layer and we can still have our bottom space. So now we have two pieces next to each other. The best or the easiest way to get it is to make sure that when you turn it into it, then you can either, there's two ways of doing it. You can cube with the two trash pieces there and just slide that one in and turn it back in, or you can have it same colors and turn it into the piece where it should be, turn that one out and bring those back and push those in. So that is a general idea. That was a quick and easy one because it was just a one turn situation. But now we're sitting with a green, red and white, and a red and green on that side. So we can either do a situation of we turn the red and the green to be also red and green together, which I think we can do that perhaps now. So with this side we can see, okay, these two aren't on the correct spaces, so we can use this rotation to keep that in mind, to keep our two pieces aligned with each other. So what we want to do is we want to get the green and the red. So that is if we have this one over a trash piece, so that we can flip this one around and put it into the temporary area or space. So now we have that top layer. We have both red and green and white, and then the red and green on the top layer, and both facing red on top. So now we can just make sure that we can this red, green, white out of the top layer to move the other piece to the designated spot next to the other one, to form a two pair for that corner area space. So we have our cross with our already completed corner there. We can then rotate it to keep that corner up. We can turn our red and green one to make sure that it's going to be next to each other there. We turn back the green one, and we can see we have a red and green there. And same, we see the corner where it should be. We rotate the green one there and pop it in and rotate it back. Luckily for us, we can see we have a orange and blue already paired up. Now we can just pop it in. The same goes now for the orange and the green. Rotate. We have it same as the first one. We have, when we will rotate the orange and the green, we're going to have a green and orange as there, so it's going to be an easy rotation there. We got the pair on the side, switch it in, rotate the layers back, and now we can see we have a fully two layer solved. So now next up would be to complete the yellow side. So there's a whole bunch of different variations. In order for a basic solve, just in order to solve on its own, there's only 2 or 3 algorithms that you need to follow to complete the yellow one. Again, I will post So all the algorithms it's necessary for that down below, but for this one I'm just gonna complete these ones. Just follow the algorithm. Then essentially after that you would like to get your corners straight first, and luckily for us our corners are done already, so we can just rotate our middle ones, and that's solving the Rubik's Cube. The next option would be, that was a CFOP method. A different method would be going corners. So that would be solving it in this manner. Corner. Okay, so we got all four corners there. Now it's just to make sure that they are aligned correctly. So aligned meaning blue, red. This one should be red. So we can just do algorithm to rotate the corners. There we can see the white is orange, blue, red, green. Now I can do the same for the orange, for the yellow. There you can see all the corners are correct, and now we can just by populating the middle pieces. Now we will need to populate 3 yellow pieces on the correct spots and 3 white spots on their own. So the way we can do this is to understand that no matter how we rotate these side pieces, we're gonna have the spaces. So if you rotate your right side for one rotation, and you populate, or you rotate your middle, you'll be able to populate any pieces you want there in the middle. So in this regard, I was seeing that I have my red and yellow on the far left background side. I have my right side here that I want to solve here. So if I rotate my middle ones, then my red and yellow is there equal to this. So then I rotate right side, put my yellow in and rotate it back, and I have my yellow red sequence there. So with that being said, I follow that once after the other, and to make sure get that sorted. There's one more, last one. Now we have 3 yellows on the spots. We got one place to rotate and place the other ones for white side. There we go. There's that. Now we can see that we have a white 3, and we've got a blue and white middle piece, and an orange and a yellow one. So the way you want this is to have a yellow and a white on the opposite side of each other, like it would have been on this side, because you need to pop on the same time. So in order to do that, is you can either rotate one of these corners with the yellow outwards and rotate it there so that it's positioned in the kind of placement where you can move the middle without placing that one again. So what we want to do then is to make sure that the opposite sides is the opposite colors. So I know now that right hand side, my yellow is on this side, and on the opposite side of the cube I got a white space. So in that regard, I just rotate my middle to make sure that both my white and my yellow piece rotation, and then I rotate my right side just so you have my yellow solved on top and my white side there. Then after that I just make sure that I have my correct rotation. Then do a rotation twice, my white will be joined up with my white and blue, and my yellow will be joined up with my yellow and orange, and I rotate my right hand side back. Now this is where the algorithms side of things come to play again, and it's also a few different ones. I will link all the different algorithms for this method down below, and see it from there. But essentially this is also one to go towards, which is also nice to have. So you can see that we have 1, 2, 3 layers solved now already. It's just these two pieces that needs to be changed up. So there you go. Two different ways of solving the Rubik's Cube. Please find the 2 links below for all the different algorithms, what you can do with the cube, and how to solve it. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.